leave off here. Okay, now, this is gonna be a long rant. It's gonna be, how am I gonna say it? It's going to be more of a character assassination. Okay, on a person that you really don't hear us speak about, but we feel we need to speak about it because everything stems from this person. But first, let's discuss Dodo Bird. So Dodo Bird did his little rant yesterday. Oh, we're gonna get your emails. We're gonna get this, and I'm gonna be victorious and blah 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 blah. Yeah. So now, based on this right here, it shows that I think Mr. Birdie Bird had to postpone the hearing yet again. Now, I want y'all to know how significant this is, because you have no idea how big the fact that Dodo Bird had to postpone twice. Alright? Because, new evidence keeps, being submitted. And yesterday, he was big and bad. I'm ready, and I got Stephanus, and, all these fucking pieces of shit. They gonna come to my aid. Whoo, shit. Yeah. How did that work out? So we have a lot of other, discriminatory, evidence to showcase how maniacal, how evil, how destructive they are. And all they do is want to come on to instill fear. And I hope by now the attorney is seeing it, because there's a lot more out there. You see, now if the attorney is listening, despite what Dodo Bird is telling you, he is misleading you immensely. There is no excuse for his behavior. None. There's no way that you're going to state and say there, because of words, that person should be punished by ridiculing their family, threatening them day in and day out, constantly, across all of YouTube and across different channels. They aired her stuff constantly. What they did was ensure that everyone out there knew who she was, knew where she lived, and the things that they stated she did in a negative manner to create, at minimum, an animosity towards her. There's no excuse for that. I don't understand how this case is going the way it's going, because there's no excuse. But I know, the law is the law. You have to follow certain procedures, so the judge has to follow the procedures. But at the end of the day, there's no defense. None at all. Okay? I don't care about anything else except the fact that what they did does not equate to anything she did. Even if there was a lie, does that equate for someone to belittle someone day in and day out? To blast all of her information out there? To blast her family? To belittle her day in and day out? And on top of that, manipulate text messages, manipulate videos, manipulate anything they can to make her look fucked up. And what did Bird do with that? He made everyone involved in it. Everyone. AC, Brett, everyone, down to the pictures of holes in her head, right? I mean, think about this, people. How can someone sit there and defend that what they did was right? It doesn't. There's nothing they can say for that. So, anyway, let it play its course. But we will continue to provide anything that we have to show you all in your disgusting manners and your ways. So again, attorney, you have no idea of the case that you have taken on with that tyrant, that bully. He is almost equivalent to a domestic terrorist, because all he does is go online and terrorize many people. Many. That's all he does. And even to the point of terrorizing his wife. He didn't cheat on her once. He cheated on her twice. Then he went on and degraded her again. He terrorizes everything he touches. That is who he is. There's nothing you can get away from that. So your defense, wait a minute. Maybe your defense is to keep postponing, because he has to fork it up. Every time there's postponing, he has to pay more legal fees. And there's no way in hell you would ever get a dime of that back, because the only way anyone wins a case for legal fees, if the person that placed the claim was doing it maliciously. But there's no way, no judge, no one would ever sign off and say what she did was malicious. You made sure of that by your actions. You made sure of that by the fact that you had to postpone it twice, which means she has a case. So the lawyer, hey, keep charging him. I mean, hey, he said he got it like that. So anyway, so let me end it with here when it comes to Sweet, okay? I want you to understand how significant the postponements are. And the reason why we say that is because you have one person, one lady, right, that has her own battles, is actually taking on witnesses, a tyrant, and an attorney. You have all these people coming at her, and she is still holding on strong. They had to postpone. They had to change strategies. This one lady, she is what we call the shining light, that lighthouse. That's just shining and bright, that spotlight to tell you all, listen, you can do it. I am fighting against all these people, even an attorney, and I'm still holding on. So win or lose, she took on all these people. They don't even know what to do anymore, but keep postponing. The attorney is gonna get her money worth. So let's be realistic. I don't care how many times you want to adjourn this shit, okay? It doesn't look good that you have to keep adjourning. Because if a person does not have a solid case, if anything that's presented has no weight, you'll be like, that don't mean anything. You would reject to the fucking the evidence. You would say, that has no bearing. None of that was done. What was done was, we need a break. We need to, come up with another fucking lie, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about it, this was the attorney, is that you don't have no idea what else is out there. So you can keep adjourning and keep charging him. But at the end of the day, there's no way you should win. There's no way. But anyway, I digress. She is a shining light. She is your beacon for all of you that are being harassed and bullied by all these people on here. Just remember, this one person is taking on witnesses, a defendant, and she's taking on an attorney. Because I can tell you one thing, I can guarantee this. But at the end of that civil case, if we were in there, you will be arrested right afterwards for harassment. It just would happen. But anyway, so we're gonna move on from that. Kudos to Sweet. Keep hanging strong. Keep fucking shining that light to everyone. Even after everything that you're going through, Sweet, you're still holding on. You still are that shining light for everyone. For all the victims of people that are being bullied out there, you're showing them that you can do it. And they can. And they should. So now, with that being said, we want to now talk about what the catalyst, the one that started the spark. And this is where we come in and speak to Joe Cool. This is for Joe Cool. You could all log off. You don't have to hear it. We don't give a shit. But we want to put it out there for everyone to listen to this. Okay? Because this is really important. Joe Cool sits there and he wants to be the man of man. He's cool, right? Everybody, is siding with him because he wants to placate everyone. That's who he is. He wants to be the star and everybody loves me, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, you're less than a man. And let me say why I say that. I say that. Because you had someone that you had a connection with at one point, where you had a physical, emotional, and mental connection with. She was your woman. She was yours, and you were hers. With that connection in and of itself, you should not have wanted what happened to her to happen. You should not have wanted it. At the end, it was your business with her. But the way they put her down, the way they degraded her, and the way you allowed it, you were not man enough to come up and say, listen, people, that's between me and her. If I want to call her bitch, I can call her bitch. If she wants to call me an asshole, she can call an asshole. But that is between us. None of you should be saying anything about her. That is not your place. It's between me and her. That's what a man would have done to someone that had a connection with. This is not just anyone. I mean, you have to start thinking, and you should know that she is having health issues. So you should have known the things that they were doing, the amount of toll that would put on her health. But yet you allowed it. You allowed it. You kept going on to all these panels, and you just went with it. That is not a man. That is not a man. That's a coward. And you know what's worse? You know what's fucking worse? Is that you placated to the very fucking people that you say are against African Americans. You are surrounded by them, but yet you placate them and you allow them to do what they did to her. How is that possible? How can you allow that to happen? How can you allow Bird and all these fucking damn bitches lie about her, manipulate, do all that you say you fight against, because they do that to African Americans? And because of, God forbid, if an African American were to lie or do anything, the cops, what, they're gonna beat them, put them in jail, throw them in, and you say that's injustice, because no one should be put to that because of words. But yet you are allowing someone that you connected with, that you were involved with. We can't say love because everyone sees love differently. But you had a connection. You were together. You were bonding. And you allowed these people that surround you to do that to someone you cared about. I mean, how, no cool? You think that's cool? That you did not stand up for someone that you cared for at one time? You think that's okay? That doesn't make any sense. That you would have allowed what happened. And you started it all. You should have nipped it in the bud when it came out to be. But you didn't do that. You didn't do that. You allowed her to go through what she's going through. Despite it all. I don't care if there was lying, if there was misinterpretations, if there was misinformation. It does not equate what they did to her. And not just her. Someone you connected with. Someone that you cared about. Someone that you know is going through health issues. You still allowed it. You still allowed it to this day. You were part of those fucking bashing sessions. You did not stop it. And then when the sessions got too heavy, what did you do like a little bitch? I gotta go. Really? I gotta go? A man would have stood up and said, listen, that's none of your fucking business. Back the fuck up. But you see, there's two types of people. There's the follower and there's the leader. Okay? So when they came on and did what they did, you allowed it. So you became the follower. But when they came on and did what they did, and you would have spoke out against it, that is when you will become a leader. You have to stand against the norm. That should not be the thing that you should be staying silent on, because that action is what they are doing. Look at who you're surrounded by. Look at their ethnic background, and you giving them the go ahead. Go ahead. I want you to downgrade her. I want you to keep bashing her. For what? For what? Isn't that the same thing you go, when something happens to an African American and they beat them to death or whatever, and you go, for what? Because they said something? Because they look different? Because they walk different? Because they wore something different? It equated to that? No, it should not equate to that. It should not. It did not match what happened there. But you started it all, and you allowed it to continue. And you're going to sit there and say you're a man about it? That you Mr. Cool? They playing you like a fucking fiddle. When you come on, what do? They play your rap music. They say, hey, go ahead, like a little puppet. And you like, yeah, and you go with it. You being played by the very people that you say are against you and the people and African Americans. You are being played. It's so obvious that when they come on, they play certain music. They talk to you about getting high all the time. I mean, you don't see how they putting you down, how they making you less than? That is what they doing to you. And you allowing it. And then on top of it, the person you connected with, you allow them to just dog her out also. What the fuck? What kind of man are you? Either you're gonna fight for justice for all, or back the fuck up and be the bitch and allow them to puppeteer you. There's no in between. Okay? You cannot stand up for one and not stand up for the rest. That's not how fucking damn life should be working. But that's what you did. You did. I mean, it's disgusting. The amount of things that they did to this lady, and you just sat alley by, taking in all the little dog whistles. The here, please, don't cool, listen to this rap music. Don't cool, you got high today. Don't cool, did you drink? All the negative stereotypes that they put on African Americans, you went with it, absorbed it, and you were happy about it. What the fuck does that say about you? And then, I can't stress it enough, someone that you connected and bonded with, that you knew have issues, has challenges in their life, you allowed them to do the very thing that you said that you're fighting against. And by the very people, they're not even your race. And let me say this, and we're going to end it here, Joku. Let me just say this. You are out there fighting for the First Amendment. You are fighting for our rights. Just because someone is fighting for the same right doesn't mean they're fighting it for the same reason that you're fighting it for. Remember that. You're fighting it maybe because you want to be equal. You want to have the right to say what the other person says. But they may be fighting it because they want to be able to call you the N-word without any repercussions. They want to tell you to go fuck yourself without any repercussions. They want to fire you without saying it went against your rights. Two different objectives, okay? With one goal, to stand up for one right, but the reasonings are two different. Never ever confuse that. Never ever forget that. Because at the end, everyone wants the ball. But the question is, what will the person do when they get the ball? And trust this, as society it is, where it's going, it doesn't bode well for minorities at all. So you can bond and go, yeah, First Amendment, but they looking at it one way, and you're looking at it another way, and at the end, you're gonna be fucked. So be mindful of who you follow, because there's two different things they're looking for. Most of these motherfuckers. So be mindful of that. It's some serious shit, people. So just remember that. At the end, it becomes who wins, and yeah. So anyway, Joku, horrible. I mean, it's cool. You are not. There's no way you cool at all. But they're gonna continue to play your little sound bites, your little dog whistles. Look at Doku. Let's play his rap music. Let's play thing. Let's see Doku. He's getting high again in the car. Never have anything to do. That's Joku. There you go, Joku. Ha 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 ha. The typical black guy is always just playing rap music in the car, smoking, wearing the same shit every day, drunk. Let's showcase that, people. Yeah. And while at the same time they're talking about, yeah, I go to work, I have my kids, and your ass is sitting in a fucking car, high as hell, talking about, I want to fight for someone's right, and allowing them to degrade the very people that you're trying to fight for. How does that sound? How does that look? How does that fucking look? You can't get away from that. That is what people see. That is what people see. Because you placate to the very people that is fucking you over. It's obvious. I mean, people watch when he goes on, how they play the music, how they fucking cater to him, and this is how they see him as. You see, this is how they see him as. They see him as what most corporate America does not like at all. So, I mean, Doku, it is what it is. So, at the end, Sweet, keep staying strong. Keep standing strong and keep shining. No matter what, you did what none of these fucking people did. You stood up for your rights, you spoke the truth, and you gave evidence to that truth. So, you did what you could. So, Sweet, keep shining. Keep shining. Because you are giving them fucking hell. One woman against many. Strong as hell. And all you have is these stupid fucking bitches that come out and lie and manipulate. The bitch couldn't even handle her. The fucking Dodo bird couldn't handle her by himself. He had to get witnesses. He had to get a fucking attorney. What does that say about Liberty Bird? He's a weak, pathetic fool. That he couldn't even take on a woman that he feels is beneath. Yet, who's on the floor now? It's not her. You are the one that had to get all these people, and that is what typical bullies do. They can never handle their business by themselves, so what do? They get everyone else, and they come in as a fucking gang because they're all pathetic by themselves. They are losers by themselves. They need each other. But Sweet is saying, I don't need fucking no one. I'm standing here, facing all of you fucking idiots. Bird, you pathetic loser. A pathetic loser. Couldn't take care of your wife, couldn't take care of your business. Can't even handle a woman in court that you need fucking help with. That shows how much of a loser you are. That's it. There's no other way of putting it. That is who you are, and you will always be that way. Because at the end, for some god-forsaken reason, you win. At the end, you didn't win anything. You had to get help to win. You did not man up, bitch, to another woman. You had to fucking hire professional help. And even with the professional help that you got, bitch, she's still giving you a run for your fucking money. She's still giving you a run for your money. That says a lot, bitch. So what you gonna say at the end? If God forsaken you win, you're gonna say, I won. After you got what, thousands of dollars in bills? After you had to get a professional? After you had to get all your posse of fucking illiterate fools to help you? You gonna call that a win? A win is you would have stood by face to face with nobody else and presented your case, and then whoever won would have won fairly. But you did not win fairly. You can never win fairly because you always have to bring other people involved. Always, even down to your fucking marriage. I don't feel the same. I don't feel the same. So let me go take my dick out to some other woman. I don't feel the same. Let me shower another person. Oh, I don't feel the same. I found another woman that I love. And my wife, her heart is broken. Her heart is broken. And so is mine. But I still want to fuck that other girl. You're a bitch. At the end, no way how you can say that you're not. You are a bitch. No matter what is given to you, you fail it. You fucking have to back out of it. You couldn't fucking not handle your marriage. You went to another woman. That fucking failed, right? Then you fucking went, now you're in the same marriage, and what did you do? Found another woman. That's fucking failing. You failed your kids because you're not there for them because of what the things that you have done behind people's back. Because that's all you do. And then what you do, you cannot fail by yourself. You need to bring everyone else around you to fail, to have them fail just as well. You call yourself you succeeded. There's nothing that you have done to succeed in anything. Where is anything you succeeded at? You went to fucking court like a bum, nails dirty. I mean, no support system. I mean, come on, if your wife is loving and she's there with you, no one even came with you. Okay, so what is that saying? Wait, that's right, you had Mr. 303 go. You're the fucking loser. You're the fucking bum. Your posse. All you did was show the judge that the very people that the videos that are being presented that bullied her are standing right next to you. Bravo for giving the judge a visual of the very people that are bullying her. You did a great job there. Great job. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. So keep doing your losing because that's all you know how to do. And that's all. So there you go, people. That's our rant. And yeah. More to come. A lot more to come. Trust that. We on a fucking roll. We on a fucking roll. And we're telling you all, look at what we are able to do without even revealing ourselves. And you want us to reveal ourselves? Listen. Forget it. So, that's it. Doku, go fuck yourself. Sweet, keep going. Keep trucking.